In an ever-evolving digital landscape, for your business to thrive, you must adapt or die. Welcome to Marketing in the Age of AI, the podcast helping you harness the power of AI and marketing tools to revitalize and grow your business. And now here's your host, marketing expert and author of Authentic Marketing in the Age of AI, Emanuel Rose.
All right. Well, welcome to another episode of the Marketing in the Age of AI podcast. I'm looking forward to talking a little business to consumer marketing today. Got Courtney Haraldson from Health Sport in Northern California. Courtney is a very experienced marketing person, education marketing and trades marketing, and of course, health and fitness. Welcome to the show, Courtney.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Anything you want to add about how you ended up here in the world of marketing?
Oh, I mean, it started long ago. I've always loved to write, and then I went to Sonoma State and fell in love with marketing there. Just started more in the writing kind of sector, where for newspaper, more journalism focused, and then that morphed into lots of other things, health and fitness, education, nonprofit world. So kind of done a wide array of all of it. And yeah, it's ever changing, as we know.
For sure. Yeah. What have you seen over the course of your career? Where did you start as far as digital and tools, and what did landscape look like when you were first started?
I mean, when I was first starting, Facebook was new. So we've come a long way. Um, it's evolved to more, it used to be heavy content writing and lot of you had to be like an artist, in trade for graphic design. And now the marketing world has really opened up to lots of different people with, it's kind of, it sharpens your skills quicker with the tools available to you. And so now I feel like, as everyone else does with social media and all the different programs we have, I mean, it used to just start in Adobe. When I first started, it was all Photoshop based and Illustrator based. And now it's you can make a flyer in 3 minutes on Canva. It's just a lot different. And I think that's exciting because you can do more with less.
For sure. Yeah. How many people are in your marketing department?
We are looking to add an assistant. And so right now it's me, but we are looking to grow that.
Wow.
We just had a turnover, but we're going to fill that position because for 5 locations and 1 person, a support role would be good.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a big ask for 1 person to manage brand and direct response marketing for a chain like that. So, well, good. So then you mentioned Canva. Are there what's your tech stack look like these days?
My tech
stack. Yeah. What tools are you using? Yeah.
I love Canva. I mentioned that because it's so seamless, and it's a tool that develops high quality graphics while still keeping on brand, that I feel like other staff can easily modify and create their personal touch to. We have 5 locations, and every location is very different in terms of personality and, with managers, but also what the clubs offer, from boutique 24-hour access to a club to large gym that's, programming and personal training all day, very, very busy, swim lessons. So the style for a boutique Pilates and yoga studio is a lot different than a heavy weightlifting focused larger club. So I like Canva for that. It's very quick and easy to work with. Some other tools, I mean, I'm always a fan of Adobe, all of their products. They're tried and trues. I've used them forever. It is giving them a little bit of a run with the Canva type platforms, but we still use those. And then just like heavy social media presence for the gym, namely Instagram is a really big one. And then I know this podcast is based on AI, and so a lot of Chat GPT and WordPress is where our website is based.
Yeah, that's cool. And have you worked at all with the connecting up Canva and chat and doing any of that automation?
Yes. For design, it's catching up, but it's not quite all the way there. For content and email marketing, I feel like it's a godsend. It's
Yeah.
nice.
And
Yeah.
then what platform are you guys using for email?
We use MailChimp.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that has really stayed, I would say, stayed fresh over the years, right? They
Mm-hmm.
continue to innovate that, and it's pretty solid.
Right. Very user friendly. Mm-hmm.
And so you've just had like some new programs released, and so like the Grit program. What'd you do? What was it? What was your campaign like for that? For getting that started and filled up?
Mm-hmm. So for all programming that we do here at Health Sport and just the nature of where we live, we're in a very rural area. And so the small version of that is basically we're trying to reach a wider audience to kind of tap the market into I'll use Grit as an example. So Grit is not only just so it's a youth athlete performance program. What it does is basically offers small group training in a in an environment with an experienced coach among peers for ages 11 to 18. We split those age brackets up a little bit, to kind of be with more of your age. But what it offers is confidence building, getting stronger, camaraderie among peers, but also for those new to fitness, it offers a space that they can get comfortable and thrive in that's not intimidating. So we're going for the experienced athlete that's on all the travel teams and school sports, but also we also are targeting the child that maybe is playing a little too many video games, needs some physical activity and build that confidence. So those are talking to two different families.
Sure.
And so I think for that campaign, kind of how it's twofold. We are generating leads to both of those families. So how are we doing that? The most successful campaign was through Facebook. Hey, did your kid need somewhere to go and be active? Do they want to be led by a great coach? And we just redid that facility. That one was at Hillsport Arcata with new turf and exciting equipment. And, the class is fun. So it's supposed to attract kids to have fun, but also give the parents somewhere for the kids to go. So they're not just home, or if they're in a sport, they stay strong in their off season.
Yeah.
So, heavy email campaign marketing with short teasers to get people to sign up. That was a direct link to our website. Just collected phone, email, name of your child, age. So we had a little background, and then our sales team utilized Convert Cloud to track those leads and convert them into sales. And we mixed in some events and, of course, heavy on the social media marketing with that, a lot of reels and relevant ways to reach that age group, parents, but also maybe the kids. So we also visited a couple schools with that.
Oh, cool. And then when you're on social, are you just doing content marketing, or are you doing pay per click also through the social platforms?
So pay per click for the ads, the targeted ads, but for the other, it's just a direct link to the site, which
No.
wasn't paid for. We just go to
Yeah.
our website and
No,
fill
that's
out a
cool.
form.
Yeah. Well, so that's pretty standard, right? You got some landing pages, some email marketing, posts, social posts, and then pay per click.
Right.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
are you using any tools to help manage your pay per click advertising, or are you just using the native Facebook app?
Well, Convert Cloud offers a lot of organizing within that. So, if we're advertising on Facebook and paying for that campaign, I can track where those leads are coming from. So it helps me figure out, like, okay, Facebook tracks it as well, but it's all into one management system with the Convert Cloud.
Yeah.
Also with that, through every web link that someone clicks, or if it comes from MailChimp, we also did some joint ventures where we sent out to various other lists. There is a way for me to code them so I can figure out within Convert Cloud where things are coming from, which of course we pay for Convert Cloud. So
Yeah.
that is a paid source of
Right.
management. Mm-hmm.
Well, I would imagine as a one woman show, you have got a lot of software tools in order to help keep all these things moving ahead. So
Yes. Yeah, technology is our friend right now.
yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Are there any specific areas that you see where you've got gaps that you're looking for either software or some kind of an AI solution?
Yeah, I would say, AI is great and it is offers a lot of value. With that, we're local. I mean, part of what makes us so special is because of our service, and the Humble area is unique. And so people want that personalized touch.
Yeah,
And so while AI can definitely, you know, help us do things quicker and get messaging out and, just marketing in general, we still do need to edit it down with that personal flair.
yeah,
um, so that's always a gap. That's what everyone says AI is a gap of, though. It's just as it comes out, it's going to get to know you better. But for now, we're working with what we have. So if I had to say there was a gap, it would be that personal element.
hmm yeah. What I'm seeing is that I've taken the books that I've written and I use that as the reference material, so that like I say, hey, I need 30 days of LinkedIn posts. Take it directly from this, right, from something that's already on brand and on voice,
Mm-hmm.
and that way it's way more. It's at least B level work instead of C level work, right? Coming
Mm-hmm.
out of Claude. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but I mean, we're all dealing with that same thing, which is how do we keep it on brand, on voice, but still efficient?
Right. And I think with AI, it depends who you talk to. I mean, this is marketing focused. I was reading something which isn't super relevant to marketing, but just in the world of AI. If you're in school and you're trying to write the same paper, that shows up. And so
Right.
one factor we have going for us is we are not a chain. And so our content does stay unique in the way that we're the only health sport, we're the only 5 location club in Humble. And so the voice is controlled a little bit more that way with AI, because we don't have someone we're competing with. Like, we're not trying to write the same paper.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I saw some meme. It was like a teacher with a bunch of students, and they're like, he's like, you failed this paper. You didn't even take the Chat GPT prompt off the top.
Yeah.
Like it was just a straight copy paste.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's pretty funny.
Hmm.
What about for video? Are you using any of the tools for video editing?
I haven't really jumped into that yet. I kind of am, we have to prioritize a little bit. We need someone else on deck to kind of be able to, get really fancy with it. But that's definitely a goal in the future is to use it for video and um, heavier social media video in
Mhm.
particular.
Yep.
We're very heavy Instagram based. That's where our clients like to hang out. And so
Sure.
reels are very popular with us.
Yeah. That's cool. The other thing I've seen and been surprised by is just the how much the shorts on YouTube get watched
Oh, yeah.
versus long form video. I mean, it is like 40 or 50 to 1 views, when I look at my content. So those kind of there's like one take.ai and a few of those services that'll take long form video and chop them up for you. Clipscribe is one that I use also. That's
So awesome.
turns
Yeah.
out C-level work. It still takes human touch, but at least it
Mhm.
gets the heavy lifting of getting the clips, 90-second clips put together for you. So that part is carried out at least.
Mhm. Yeah, that's great.
Well, I'm wondering if we if you put on if you look in the crystal ball, what do you see what do you see in the next couple of years for how your job's going to change as these tools get more and more sophisticated and directed by humans to stay on brand and on voice?
Mhm. To me, this is like one of the most exciting areas of marketing. Because especially with a small business, so I've worked for larger institutions where we have a large team of 20 plus 30 plus, and we all have our niche role. Someone's social media, someone's magazine editor, whatever, it goes on and on. Um, and I've always loved and I've always been driven back to small business because you can keep your skills sharp and kind of do it all,
Yeah.
but more efficiently. And so, like at HealthSport, we don't have time to sit on, a newsletter for 2 months or whatever. Like we need that information out to members. The sauna's broken like today. So we need something written. I'll give an example too of just yesterday, one of our card lock facilities, basically the door wasn't opening quickly, and for some not at all. And so that right isn't a good use of my time because that's not something that's generating income, but it's very important to communicate.
Yeah.
So, I try to think of things like campaign based that we're really like grit, or a program we're really trying to hone in on to generate leads to fill classes or whatever. Whereas something like a member notice obviously seems something I don't want to spend a bunch of time on, even though it has a lot of value. And so going into Chat GPT, this is our situation. It's opening sometimes, but not all the time. Please draft, and directing it quickly, and it boom, the flyer's out. Members are communicated to. So I feel like for the future of marketing and health sport, and specifically, is quicker content, because
Mm,
communication's key, especially among community clients and internally. So being able to take down the barrier of, oh, how do I say this in a way that people would understand, and quick communication that is just flooded out there fast so you can focus on the larger projects. I would
mm,
call them more of the campaigns, more of the longer term programming, or whatever it is within your company that you need to focus on. And in a small business, we don't have the time to spend a lot of time on one thing. We're moving very quickly. No one day is the same.
right.
Uh, the whiteboard is constantly full of new things. We finish one, you get 10 more. So I feel like the AI can take down a lot. Basically, efficiency is the word I'd use. We're just going to be able to be more efficient. I don't fear that it will take away marketing jobs that are necessary. I think it'll add value,
Yeah.
especially in small business.
No, I love it. I think that's a great interpretation in that it helps with those kind of the customer service part that is our job in those small business roles. And it does, I mean, think about the amount of software that you use and how it allows you to be a one-person show in an organization that's got 200 employees. I mean, 10 years ago, that would have been impossible, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah. I mean, just to get out a swim lesson flyer or whatever would have taken, we're talking like new landscape for sure.
yeah. So there's some efficiency there, but I mean, it's hard to picture that AI is going to be able to absorb the creativity of the human being and put things out that it has that spark of difference that makes what we do creative, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So hopefully that's true.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking time out of your busy day. I want you to get back to work, because that way you get home with your family. So
Yeah.
thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank
Okay,
you for
thanks,
having
man.
me. See you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Thanks for listening to Marketing in the Age of AI. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. Your copy of Authentic Marketing in the Age of AI is available at Amazon.com or EmanuelRose.com. You can also connect with Emanuel on LinkedIn. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.